It's so bad. I know. That's why we're watching the trailer. So we can laugh at how bad it is. Exactly. I mean, I'm fully going into this expecting that I'm going to hate it. You know, a lot of things I'll give a lot of time and stuff, but you know, when Halo Season 3 trailer comes out, we'll be absolutely dunking on that as well. And let's see this one. Let's see this one first. Lord of the Rings of Power. Let's see how rough it gets. Okay.
An evil, ancient and powerful,
Okay.
has returned.
Prepare yourselves.
For all of the bad parts of the Rings of Power, this guy is a really good actor. This guy is legitimately one of the only good things about this show. I just want that to be known. I didn't even finish the entire first season, but this kid, he acts so well. Yeah, I think he's young Elrond, and he's one of the only good parts of this show, by the way. One of the only good parts. In fact, the entire little subplot of him going to Moria, I think was it Moria? It was the Dwarven city. It was one of the Dwarven cities, and hanging out with the dwarves. That's like literally the best part of the entire otherwise terrible show. It's like the only good part of the entire absolute crap show that this is.
He worms his way inside your mind.
Okay.
The crest of him slithers in.
Sauron.
I think he has been here. I think he's been here among us all along.
Did they just say Amogus? That was dumb. August 29th.
Every soul in Middle Earth.
You know, everyone was hating on this lady, but like I said, she's like the dwarf, the dwarf king's wife, and or the dwarf queen, and she hangs out with Elrond, and she's actually not that bad. Literally not that bad. Yeah, Melkor is Amogus, exactly.
Middle Earth is in peril.
I love how they're just holding their hands out with their little fancy rings. Check out my drip, yo. Yeah, exactly. My new bling. You know the really sad part?
He's Sauron.
To literally no one's surprise, he's Sauron. Yeah, exactly. The trailer honestly wasn't that bad. The thing is, the trailer for the original Rings of Power also wasn't that bad. And the problem, though, is that the show has some of the worst writing and worst dialogue ever. That's the real problem here. Like, some of the acting is actually pretty good. Some of the thoughts behind what goes into the acting for Elrond and stuff, actually very good. All of this stuff, like I said, with Elrond hanging out with the dwarves, the best part of the first season by far. It's just every other scene is trash. Exactly. And yeah, the thing is, like, a lot of the people who act in the show, they're good actors. They're talented actors, and you can tell. But the dialogue is written like trash, and is written with no real love for the content, and no real love for, like, the original books or anything like that. They try to do their own thing, and then they ruin it as a result of it. That's the big problem. And they do the quintessential show. Yeah, they don't follow the show but don't tell. They tell you things that are happening. They don't actually show events. They don't actually show people's relationships develop, or, you know, any real character development between any of the people in the show. It's so sad because, like I said, anytime like Elrond could actually act, young Elrond, you're like, holy crap, this guy is talented. But they just let it happen so little. It's just ridiculous, man. It's so sad. Yeah, exactly. True. It's really, really sad because this show could have been something special. But yeah, I mean, you can tell the trailer, hopefully it'll be good, but you're like, yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see the behind the scenes. A look inside season 2. Will they improve season 2, guys? You know my answer, but let's see. Let's give it a fair shake.
This season, Galadriel's being driven more by a bigger purpose, and I feel she's...
This is, you know, if the entire show needed a bigger purpose. One of the big things is it feels so disjointed. Every single mini storyline in Rings of Power Season 1 is so disparate, and it's written so poorly, it makes no sense. And there's no central thread really holding it together. So if they fix that, that's already an improvement. I mean, it can't really get much worse than Season 1. Knock on wood. It could actually get worse, but, you know, I sincerely hope it doesn't. I would love for Season 2 to be better. I just don't expect it.
Once again becoming connected with Middle-earth and with all the people in it. That's making her quest more important, since Sauron is building his strength.
Here we are in Mordor. One of the exciting things about this year is we're going to get to see Sauron out in the open, making everything happen. We'll be able to watch it all unfold.
Hopefully we actually watch it unfold, because that was, like I said, one of my big issues with Season 1. You didn't actually watch anything unfold. They're just like, oh, this happened. And I'm like, okay, thank you, random character, for telling me this happened. I don't care, though, because you didn't show anything. You didn't actually let us enjoy a character or see their growth or see an arc. No character, except for Elrond, really has a single arc in the show. That's a big problem. It's like a gigantic problem.
With Durin, his relationship with his father has gone.
Durin kills it. Any scene with Elrond and Durin, best scenes in the entire show. That's it. Everything else is trash.
Pride has taken a massive hit.
The darkness did reach him. He's received the biggest blow to his spirit thus far.
It gets a little darker. The chessboard's been set, and I'm seeing the chess pieces move.
The second season, it really feels like the gloves come off.
Brace yourself.
You know, this reminds me of all of the stuff I heard for Halo Season 2. Yeah, I was there. It happened 15 minutes ago. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I'm not even kidding. That type of feel happened so much in Rings of Power Season 1. It really did. It was a lot of telling and not really showing anything. Oh, God. It was so stupid. Really bad writing, really bad direction. If they fix that, technically this could be better. However, I said the same thing for Halo, and we all know how that turned out.
Set a watch at every crossing. He must not escape.
Guess what? He escaped.
I've had an unexpected visitor.
Who'd have thought a ring could have so much power?
You should name a show after it. The Power of Rings. Or what about Rings of Power?
It's just really exciting to finally be back. I'm just so grateful to be a part of it.
Dude, she's one of the worst characters in the entire show. You know how I was saying every scene with Elrond and Durin is like the best scene? Every scene with her, she's one of the hobbits, is like one of the most useless, stupid dog shit scenes in the entire show. Dude, my eyes were like bleeding at how bad it was. Holy crap, man. She might be the worst a written character in the entire show. Hey, the lady who plays her might be talented. I don't know. I've never seen her in anything else. But the character is fucking atrocious.
Here we are in new territory, new places to visit.
God, I hope things actually happen.
Too scary to go into. Don't look.
Also, the fact that they changed Isildur completely is so weird. Like, the Isildur from the movies was so perfect. Why didn't they just bring him back? Like, he's not that much older. It's crazy. Hobbits shouldn't have even been in the show, to be honest. I don't mind that the Hobbits are there, but the problem is, Darkshade, is that they make shit up for why the Hobbits are in the show. It feels very contrived. That's the problem. And that happens with a lot. It's like events in the show happen not because it makes any sense, but simply because it has to happen to move the story along. That's it. And it feels very fake because of it. That's the real issue. That's the real issue. And what I mean, that's Deus Ex Machina. Things happening just for the sake of moving the story along. It's such an idiotic thing. And that is basically, that entirely encompasses the reason that Rings of Power Season 1 was so bad. So much of it was written and directed exactly in that way.
The detail that the craftsmen put in there is incredible. You absolutely get lost when you're here.
Yeah, the visuals were nice.
When you're in costume on the set, you're going to discover even more wonderful things to do.
I wonder if they sound balanced better. Because one of the really big issues was there were so many scenes where, like, the background sound, whether it was songs or whatever, was so loud you couldn't actually hear a lot of the characters talking. And it really detracted from so many scenes. I don't know how people have forgotten in media today, whether it's shows or shows or videos. They've forgotten sound balancing, they've forgotten light balancing, and they've forgotten how to do the quintessential pillar of show don't tell. Those three things have gone by the wayside so much. And every single bad movie and bad show, the ones that are particularly bad, like Rings of Power Season 1, Halo Season 1, you know, all these, like, especially bad shows, these have those three traits in spades. Bad sound balancing, bad light balancing, and horrifically contrived, you know, dialogue and reasons for things happening as the show don't tell. It's ridiculous.
We kind of touched on it and teased on it in Season 1. This time you will see us in all our glory.
Will we actually see you do things? That'd be great. That would be a massive improvement. I'm dubious.
You're doing that are completely new, and you do sort of get plunged straight into the...
What's his name? I want to look his name up because I want to see what else he's done.
You do sort of get...
Robert Arameo. He's legitimately a good actor. Like, for all of the shit I'm giving this show, this actor does not deserve it. Like, he's done the best job that he could have. Robert... What is his name again? Arameo. I just want to see what else he's in. Okay. Let's see. I just want to see if I've seen anything else with him. Okay, he had a small role in The Kingsman. That was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't like it, but I actually really liked it. Let's see. Young Ned, right. He was very young Ned for, like, the very small scenes that were flashbacks. I didn't realize that was him, actually. And that's pretty much all I've seen with him. Okay. That was it. I've not really seen... Okay, I did see Mindhunter, but I don't even remember who he was. Mindhunter is one of the best crime shows ever made. Canceled by Netflix, but such a good show.
Plunge straight into...
He needs better roles. He's way too talented.
It's been a long way. Some bad things might have happened. Some good things may have happened. And there's a lot of danger, a lot of excitement. But we're back in Middle-earth.
Will you fight?
Some bad things? It's so funny that I said some bad things may have happened. We'll see, man. I will watch it. in the lead up to August, I will end up finishing Rings of Power Season 1. I will push my way through it, even though it's just so freaking bad. And I will give it a fair shake so I can watch Rings of Power Season 2. I love Lord of the Rings. It's one of my favorite movie trilogies of all time. It is my favorite movie trilogy. So I sincerely hope this succeeds. I hope it was like, you know, maybe they were doing so much setup, even though they weren't even doing setup, in Rings of Power Season 1, and that's why Season 1 sucked. And then, like, you know, certain beginning movies have this. That's why a lot of sequels can get better as the series goes on. We don't know, though. I will give it to you guys straight no matter what happens. So if you're excited about that, give the video a like, give it a sub, share it with your friends, and I can't wait to meet you. If you want to hop in when we discuss this live, I do watch these things and discuss these things live on Twitch at CapCorgi. We have a lot of fun and giveaways every night. Hell yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome.